Hello everybody, my name is Alf. I'm an artist, a painter, decorator, creator, creative person, just me really. Today is a long awaited video. I'm going to be walking around this tiny little playroom showing you everything that I've made, put in it, reupholstered, repainted, sourced to put in it to make my lovely grandchildren happy. And hopefully it will give you some inspiration of how you can transform such a tiny little space into a lovely haven for your beautiful grandchildren. Okay, enjoy. So I'm filming this from my lounge area because it's not very big at all. Window, unit that I painted. I'm going to show you a quick look round first, and then this goes into a narrower bit here where she's got her little shop, or one of them got their little shop. We come through here. I'm going to film this little bit for you, and then a little dressing up area for her dolls and for her. I say her, only mainly one of my grandchildren comes here and she loves it and she plays all day. So when she comes to play, I move it around a little bit and I move this over here, but I'm going to stop videoing in a few minutes when I've shown you this main bit and show you how I put it together for her when she's here. So we're just going to go through again and I'll show you what everything is. So in this little area here, I had these three little pictures that I made of my grandchildren's names, which I don't think is appropriate to put them on the wall right now. So I bought this for my granddaughter, which she hasn't used yet, so that I just put that up there so we know where it is. My youngest daughter made this about 10 years ago. She didn't even make it here, she made it at her dad's. She made that one and this one over here. And she also made that ice cream over there quite recently actually, because she's an artist like myself. So we'll come back over here. So these two little rugs are actually bathroom mats that I sourced from Primark. So we'll come back over here. So just to reiterate, basically I was going to do a mural on that wall, but I am moving shortly, so I've just painted everything white. What took the longest in this room was getting the very difficult to get off, what's it called, wood chip paper off the walls. That took the longest. The paint didn't take long at all. So this is a very old little ornament, which was my eldest daughter's about 20 years ago. I don't show the pictures of my grandkids. I've turned them all around. Sorry about that. I don't want, you just all get jealous to see what beautiful grandchildren I have. They're just like their grandmother really. That was a little gift. That was another thing of my daughter's. That was a gift for myself, this lamp, but I haven't put a bulb in there yet, but it suits better in this playroom than in my house because I'm really not into pink. This was a little ornament that said, I can't even see what it said, something about love. I can't even read it properly, but I just made it into matching blues and stuck some fairies on it for my grandchildren. Made it into something different. That's an old clock that was my daughter's. That went with that set, so I water my flowers out the front with that. That camera up there I assume isn't working, and if it is working, it's from the people before. I did have a bag over it in case it is working and some footage is going somewhere, but I don't think so. We're always covered up in here anyway. Anyway, this lovely little doll's house I did find up the road. So everything in this lovely little playroom is either furniture I already had, toys that were Amy's already. Did I just say her name? Oh well. Which is one of my daughters. Or things that I found. And I just make the most of everything I have, really. I try to be as resourceful and careful as possible. I don't waste anything. Anything that I find that I think I can fix and they will be useful, I take. Yes. So I found this. I did it up a little bit, but I haven't got round to fixing the roof yet, which is there, and that needs to be stuck back on. That was Amy's. The little ponies were Amy's. I recently, these little buckets, I've got 4 of them, and they're just so handy. I bought these noodle chalks for my granddaughter, and we've got a very old little chalk wiper there. Is Monkey working today? Are you working? Oh, Monkey's not working. Work then, Monkey. Oh, look. He's working. I've stuck him. Here he is. Okay, I'm going to put him up there for now. I'm going to hang you upside down. So inside the doll's house, Barbies. Oh, we've got Ken and another Barbie there in a car that my mama bought her, well, my daughter when she was a lot younger. There's a Salvanian family house. This was my youngest daughter's. This is quite new. They've got sweeties in them, but the sweeties are going down. We've got 2 of these and another one over here, which my daughter made when she was at school. Isn't she clever? A little woodworker as well as an artist, she is. I think I might have to turn him off. Right, so this little Salvanian family house, I'll just perch up here for a second, and there they are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's getting on my nerves now. So nothing down there, and she loves to play with those sometimes. They're ever so expensive now to buy. I think I did buy her a couple. Let's just put... Right, he does have to be turned off now. So there's that. I'm not going to open it, but this is a little Peppa Pig house with all the little Peppa Pig things inside. And I'll show you that bit. Little lounge area there. Somebody asleep there. They're actual stairs that go up. She's going up the stairs and she comes up the top. Hello. Oh, her hair's fallen off. Oh dear. We'll stand her up there with her friends. And that's that. No, shut properly. I am going to at some point finish fixing that. These 2 little bags are for my other, I bought 3 of them from Portobello Road Market in London. We hadn't been there for ages and it was lovely. Better than I remembered it. Now these are little drawers, all bits and pieces in here. I'll try to keep it as organised as possible. There's her little connects. Some were, this is, I say her, my granddaughter, some were her dad's when he was little, and all bits and pieces in there. Some writing stuff, little writing board, and this drawer, bits and pieces, all writing stuff in here as well, some pens, some paints. This one, this bit is to make her look pretty, her sunglasses, some hair clips. This still needs to go up somewhere, but I'll probably take it with me now. I won't put it up now because, as I said, we are moving shortly. some Halloween nails, which were my daughter's, and all these bits and pieces were my daughter's. We played some games, some tic-tac-toe, hangman, and what's the other one? Hangman, tic-tac-toe, and dots and boxes. In the old-fashioned days, I just used to draw them and make them myself. And that was from Bamboo Tiger. No, not Bamboo Tiger. I always call it that. I don't know why. Flying Tiger. We're still at it. So this is a little Lego set that I bought my granddaughter for when she next comes. And I gave her, she loves her Lego. We all love our Lego. A couple of little tablets and her own little computer there. VTech. Those are all odds and sods there. Loads of puzzles that were my daughter's that I've kept. That's full of puzzles and that's full of puzzles. You can see by the boxes that they're very old, but all the pieces are there because we look after things. This was my daughter's. Pencils. I'm not going to open them actually. It's a whole set of pencils. Oh, what's fallen down? These are all sorts of games down there. All sorts of pencils and sharpeners and things. More pencils and sharpeners in there. And a few books. There's some cutters and bits to make Play-Doh. And in this one, last but not least, lots of books. Most of these books are my son's and my daughter's for my granddaughters. Put this back together. So this is a little shop here. The till is quite new, which we went out to shop and bought her a nice till. This is like a little cash register or like a little calculator. We're using it as that, and there's a little card there for her to use with her shop. Which goes like this. Oh, it's not on. On. And it makes that little noise. So we leave that in there. That's a pretend calculator, which is actually like a light switch on one of those little lights that we used to have. As I said, my daughter made that. There's some food there. You can see where she's put food. Bits and pieces for the cats. These little trays are good. There's a couple in the drawers as well. One other big tray. Food, cats. I don't know what they say down there. So, these are her two. She's got 3 altogether, Our Generation dolls. And they've got all the clothes. There's another one in there in the Our Generation high chair. They don't do them anymore. And here's some dressing up clothes. I used to be a nurse, so this was my daughter's when she was little. I really do need to turn him off. And another one, so she's got a choice of 2 nurses' uniforms. And these little bags are the accessories of Our Generation, and those are their clothes. And another little dress there. And I think a couple of coats for the grandkids there. And these are all dressing up clothes. We've even got a couple of quilts and sleeping bags for the dolls. I made that little quilt. So I've painted all the things that I couldn't get off the wall. This was already here, this hanging thing, and I just decorated it. And somebody gave me that and I just decorated it. I found this unit up the road and decorated it, but I will show you a little bit better when I move some of this stuff. I'm going to stop the video in a minute. This is charity shop. It was about a £5, but they usually retail about 20 quid. Cleaned it all up. Lovely cushion I made. Another lovely cushion I made. little chest of drawers that I will move these in a minute and set up the room as it's set up when she comes round to play. So another unit there, which I'll show you in a minute. There is 2 boxes here, the fold down boxes, which are full of toys. And this little camper van was second hand from a second hand shop for about a £5 as well. This is a tent with some cuddly toys in it, which belongs to the Our Generation dolls. That little love ornament was different. It had the same basic shape, but I covered it with some different paper, and I stuck some love hearts and painted some love hearts and put some little buttons on it. So I'm pleased with that. Another similar thing that I did was made the little playroom sign. So this is about £1.50 from the works. Painted these little hearts, stuck them on, and oh yeah, covered it with some paper and then stuck on playroom. That lovely little, I loved that. That was half price from the range. And now in a second, I'm going to, oh yes, I forgot about Buzz. Here he is. This belonged to my youngest daughter as well. These 2 belong to my youngest daughter. So this is a lovely mixture of things I've found, things I've bought, things I've kept and saved, and gifts. Yeah, lots of different things. It's good to be resourceful. It's good to look after things. As you can see, there's nothing really that modern here, apart from the till. That's the newest thing. Oh, and this is quite new. I treated her to this. As soon as I decorated the place, I bought the till and this and a couple of very baby toys for the smaller grandchildren. And just behind there is, what is that? Yeah, that's a pinball machine that I bought her a long time ago. And books and DVDs. Yes, I still have old-fashioned DVDs. And I think there's DVDs below that as well. And there's her little dolls. Our Generation. And another Our Generation there. So I'm going to stop here and move the room into how it is when she plays in it. So I've moved it to how she plays in it. This is the little tent, the doll's tent, with some cuddlies in it and a nice Minnie Mouse cushion. There's her shop with her till and everything, and her shopping bags hanging up, and some sweeties for her customers. And then here, all I do is move this box that sits there. I move it out so it sits here, and she can just come over here into her little dressing up area. These, I've got 1, 2, 3 of these hanging things. They're like hanging space savers. So you do, how's it going now? You do this. Oops. You do this and they all hang. They hang in those holes. This one might be better. So that's it. Yeah. So it goes up like this, and they all hang, and you choose which one you want. Do you want the scary costume, or a nurse's outfit, or do you need a sleeping bag? And then you just fold it back neatly. Umbrella, that dress actually needs to go over here. Get tidy, Nanny. Another one, so we've got 3 of those, and these are just my grandchildren's coats. These are really lovely. When I was looking for these for myself, for my wardrobe, I couldn't find any because I had some years ago, back in the 90s or 80s. So this unit I found up the road, did it up matching in blue. This I found up the road, but these 2 I found up the road as well, but in another unit, and I just took them out and put them in this unit. These are some bits and pieces, clothes from my granddaughter, you know, spare pyjamas. I think this is all clothes actually. Yeah, these are t-shirts, spare pyjamas, bits and pieces, all their clothes are in there, in that one. And these are just some extra bits and pieces, toys. And this is our generous, sorry darlings, I'm going to put these things to show everybody on their bellies. But they're not real, so it doesn't really hurt. Actually, it's not on their bellies, I apologise. It's actually on this bit. So there's a little tea set there, China tea set that my grandmother, rest in peace, she bought for my youngest daughter. And these are all little, this is a little toy basket, and these are nappies. And what's on this one? They're all for the little dolls, for the Our Generation doll. This is, and I use this for the Our Generation dolls as well. And my granddaughter loves this set so much that I bought her a new one recently as well. And that is basically it. I'll put that back. Sorry about the noise. Right, so let me show you once more. This is it when she plays. So I usually put some cushions down there on the floor and she can sit down. She loves it in this little corner bit. And there's those bits. So that concludes the tour of my tiny, very narrow, going around the corner, very narrow but long-ish. It's about 12 foot long by probably 5.5 foot wide at the widest place going around the corner back there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you some inspiration as to what you can actually do with such a tiny space. I'm going to try to find the photos of before, but it was absolutely awful if I can't find it. Yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, please subscribe to my channel, and if you prefer art than decorating and transforming spaces, then please go to my other channel. Thank you very much, and have a lovely day, everybody. Bye.